Major shakeups this holiday weekend in the Ben Carson campaign for president. Top aides resigning just as the Republican presidential candidate is sliding, some would say plummeting, in the polls. His new campaign manager, Ed Brookover, joins us now for his first television interview now as campaign manager. First off, congratulations, sir. Happy New Year, and we'll get right to it. Your man is 4th in Iowa, 7th in New Hampshire, less than 5 weeks to the caucuses. What's your plan?
Our plan is to get Dr. Carson's message of how to change America and bring it back to where it once was, out to the people. In Iowa, we have over 7,000 donors, have had 19,000 people attend our events, have a large reservoir of volunteers, and a staff ready to go. We look forward to the caucuses on February 1st.
Well, you as well as I'm sure the people who are ahead of you in the polls look forward to it. As we look at the Real Clear Politics average of the top 6, Dr. Carson has taken a significant drop in the polls. He had a nice bump going back a couple of months ago and has since then slid significantly. How do you turn this around? What was wrong in the campaign that you're going to fix?
We just need to keep getting Dr. Carson in front of more and more voters. As people listen to him, what he says, what his plans are, they come to him. So our job will be to get him in front of more people, more often, more quickly, in a fashion that will target those people who are going to agree and join our campaign.
We had Eric Erickson on earlier in this show. He told Abby among the mistakes, in his opinion, that the campaign made were sending Dr. Carson out on that book tour, said things were disorganized. He'd been holding rallies in states that didn't even have primaries, those kinds of things. Is there a discipline that needs to be brought to this campaign, and can you turn something around in 5 weeks that seems so disorganized for so long?
Well, I don't think that a campaign that has raised more money than anybody else, has over 5 million followers on Facebook, has the number of people supporting us already, is disorganized. I think we just need to get bigger and better and faster at what we're doing.
How are you going to deal with Donald Trump? When he started attacking Dr. Carson, as Dr. Carson was rising in the polls, it was a pretty quick dispatch for Mr. Trump as Dr. Carson's numbers plummeted and Trump's rose. Are you worried about that? How do you plan to deal with round 2 if Dr. Carson does indeed rise again?
We'll just keep working on what Dr. Carson's message is. His message is one of hope. It's one of reviving America and of healing our country. And we'll stay focused on Dr. Carson and his message. This
is a little bit in the weeds for our viewers, but one of the reasons that your predecessor cited in resigning was Armstrong Williams, a close advisor to Dr. Carson, said that he felt like there was too many cooks in the kitchen. Are you confident that, number one, you have Dr. Carson's ear, and number two, that you are going to be able to focus this politically in the way it needs to go?
Of course. And every candidate has a set of personal advisors. We welcome what Armstrong does for the campaign, and we will work well together.
Where is Dr. Carson on foreign policy? Is this campaign and the focus on Dr. Carson increased? His, would someone say, great lack in the foreign policy space really seemed to show. Had some not-so-great moments at the debate and other places. Attempted to fix that by going to Jordan. It didn't really seem to help. Is there a way to turn this around and come up with a concrete foreign policy message for someone who has, frankly, zero foreign policy experience?
Well, I dispute the premise of the question. I think Dr. Carson has quite a bit of foreign policy experience. How do you get experience? You travel to foreign countries. He's been to 58. You meet with foreign leaders. He's done that. You put out your plans and programs. He has the most specific plan of any candidate for how to deal with ISIS. And then I think by adding General Bob Deese to our campaign, will allow people to see what Dr. Carson's true foreign policy experience is.
Well, we'll let people see that for themselves and decide how much they like it. Ed Brookover, as he takes over the Carson campaign. First few hours on the job. Wish you luck, sir.
Thank you much. Thanks for having me.
All right, come back. Happy New Year. Abby?